Bienvenidos a su macabro podcast. Yo soy Dee.
Yo soy Ali.
Y hoy Ali les contará de un caso que sucedió en Frostproof, Florida.
Seeing your child go to college to pursue their dreams is a wonderful experience for parents, though it requires adjusting to their absence. The joy of seeing their children grow outweighs the difficulty of not seeing them as often. The happiness you see in a parent's eyes when they open the door to welcome their child after not seeing them for weeks is indescribable. However, for Elvia, this joy turned to tragedy the day she opened the door to welcome her son, marking this a heartbreaking case. This is the tragic case of Elvia Espinoza. Advertencia: la información de este caso puede ser desencadenante para algunos. Tenga en cuenta que algunos de estos casos pueden involucrar menores de edad, abuso, violación o violencia. Escuchen con precaución.
Warning: the information on this case can be triggering to some. Please be advised that some of these cases may involve children, abuse, rape, and violence. Listen with caution.
Tell me exactly what happened. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, tell me exactly what happened.
I killed someone.
How did this happen?
I opened the door and I stabbed my mom.
Alright, so we need to try to render aid if we can, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm wondering. Okay, well we're gonna try to render her aid, okay?
Alright.
Is she awake?
Nope. Well,
Okay, is she breathing?
nope.
Do you think she is beyond any help?
I do.
Emanuel Espinoza, más bien conocido como Manny, se graduó de high school en el año 2020 con un promedio de 4.5. He was a valedictorian that year, and in his speech, he thanked both his parents for all of their sacrifices and for being the perfect role models. Muchos han dicho que Elvia estaba súper orgullosa de su hijo, de todos los logros que él había hecho. Elvia, de 46 años, era madre de 3 y Manny era el más pequeño. La describen como una madre amorosa y querida por muchos. Elvia era muy conocida en la comunidad because she was a teacher for second grade, so everyone knew her. So, after high school, Manny decides to go to the University of Florida to study medicine. Manny stated that he would talk frequently with his mom. In one of these calls, Elvia le dijo a Manny que lo extrañaba y que ella quería ir a visitarlo. Manny le responde que iba a estar este fin de semana cerca de la casa porque iba a ir a visitar a su abuelo, porque el abuelo iba a tener a family gathering. So he's all like, I'll just stop by to see you. Obviamente la mamá se puso muy contenta de que iba a ver a su hijo y le sugirió a Manny que, ya que iba a estar ahí, que se quedara en la casa con ella. And he agreed. El día 6 de abril de este año, Manny se sube en su carro y empieza la manejada de 166 millas de Gainesville, Florida, a Frostproof, Florida. Este viaje le tomó a Manny aproximadamente 3 horas.
Okay.
Y aquí es cuando él decide que este sería el día que cometería un delito tan perturbador que todos quisiéramos que fuera un sueño. Manny llega a la casa de Elvia a las 2 de la tarde. En la casa tenían un ring camera en la puerta principal. Entonces, and we will be posting this video in all of our social media accounts so you guys can see it. But you can see Manny walking up to the door. He tries to open the door, but it's locked.
Okay.
Entonces él toca. Mientras él está esperando, he's just standing there y tiene sus manos atrás de su espalda. And in one of his hands, he has a knife. Elvia had no idea what was about to happen. This was a mother who was excited to see her son. She knew that he was on his way, and she was going to welcome him with a big smile, a huge smile, and a big hug.
Yeah.
En ese momento, ella estaba en el teléfono con un familiar. Y cuando escucha que alguien está en la puerta, dicen que ella dijo algo entre las palabras, creo que es Manny o acaba de llegar Manny. Al abrir la puerta, ella mira a Manny ahí. Ella no pudo ni reaccionar, porque en ese momento al abrir la puerta, Manny se le echa encima y la empieza a apuñalar.
Oh my God.
Watching this video is so disturbing. How he's just walking up to his mom's house and he's just there with. It's so disturbing to see the knife in his hand,
Yeah.
knowing what he's about to do. Elvia corre, tratando de escapar, pero Manny la persigue y la sigue apuñalando. El familiar aún sigue en el teléfono y escucha todo. Escuchan a Elvia gritarle a Manny. Le está gritando por su nombre. Pero Manny no le responde. He just keeps stabbing her. It's so hard to just think about this scenario, because it's his mom.
Yeah. And then, like, the excitement that she had to see her son
Yeah.
without knowing what was approaching.
Mhm.
It's completely heartbreaking.
Especially when she has, I don't know how long it had been que no lo había visto. Y para ella, you know how our parents, even cuando no nos miran por unos días, or, te miran con esas ganas, right?
Con esa, like, that excitement
Yes.
and that kind of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for this to happen, él la apuñaló 70 veces.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Después que la apuñaló, Manny se da cuenta que se hizo una cortada en su mano. Entonces él se va al lavamanos y se empieza a limpiar la sangre en su mano y en el cuchillo. Y he was so dissociated porque le pregunta a su mamá que si tiene neurosporin para su cortada.
What?
Ella no le contesta porque ella está muerta.
Yeah, of
Y
course.
Manny, al darse cuenta, es cuando llama al 911.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So he was like, he didn't even acknowledge the fact that he killed her.
Well, that's what it sounds like. Right?
Yeah.
Todavía no han dado información if they have done an evaluation on him, but this, from the way they're describing it, it's like he dissociated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Manny confiesa de asesinar a su madre. Él es detenido y al ser interrogado, Manny dice que él llevaba años queriendo matar a su mamá.
What?
Porque lo tenía harto. That Elvia would get on his nerves. He murdered his mom because she irritated him.
God.
Manny les dijo a las autoridades que él amaba a su madre, pero que se enfadó, que ella lo irritaba mucho. Él dijo que se llevaban bien. He actually gave a rating scale of 8 out of 10 on how well they got along.
Okay.
Pero que durante mucho tiempo quiso matarla y el viaje a su casa le hizo darse cuenta que esto tenía que suceder hoy.
Oh my God. This is
Goosebumps, huh?
horrible. Yeah, because to think that, like, I'm trying to like find like why, like, his reasoning and stuff, but in my head it doesn't click.
No,
Because regardless of how irritated your parent is, there is nothing in this world that would justify me murdering them.
right. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And it's so strange porque él dice, yo amo a mi mamá. And remember in his speech that he gave in high school, he was thanking his parents and saying that, they did so much for him, and he said they were the perfect role models. Y para decir yo amo a mi mamá, we get along 8 out of 10 like 8 out of 10 we get along. Like,
it's so weird to me because it's
doesn't
like,
make
okay, then what is that two point like difference? Like, what is that? What was it so bad that she irritated you
well, that
that you
was
decided
enough.
to murder her?
That was enough
Like,
to kill her.
to me, it's like, dude, you don't even live with them. How can she be irritating you? How, like, this is like when it comes to cases like this, because we've covered like a few
Yeah.
cases where like kids say that their parents like just got on their nerves. But for me, it's like okay, like it to me it's bizarre because I'm like, that's still no reasonable
No.
excuse to murder your parent.
Mm-mm.
There has to be something psychologically wrong for you
Right.
to internalize all that like anger and hatred you have for especially for your mother, to the point that you're willing to kill them for no apparent real reason. It's insane to
It
me.
is. Y no ha dicho que era what was irritating him. We don't know if
Yeah.
it was the fact that, they would talk almost every other day. If that was the case, he could have just easily been like, hey, mom, ¿sabes qué? I'm busy, or, I'm
Mhm.
trying to be my own person now, and can we talk
Yeah.
less? And
Yeah.
mom would have been
It's
like,
fine.
okay, I completely get it, but not to do something like this. You can't
Mm-mm.
justify.
No.
No.
And then to me, it's like, was he like evaluated at all for it? Like, for
So
his.
they said that he had no prior arrest.
Mhm.
He had no issues with substance or any alcohol, like no alcohol abuse either. That they also said that so far before this, he had never been diagnosed with a mental health issue either. So there's no additional information on his mental state for right now. But obviously, when it does come back, I'm 100% sure there's something there.
Of course. Because for me, it personally feels like there has to be more to it than just your parent was irritating you and that's the reason you did it. I feel like for sure it's one of those things that's like, there has to be something, and there had to be like a trigger that might have like sparked into it. I personally don't feel that it was just a, today I'm gonna do this. Like, he wakes up in the morning, he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and kill my mother. It's just
There's
not.
a lot more there.
Yeah, it's just not there for me.
You kind of hope there's a lot more there to
Yeah.
justify why someone would do this, because we still have that hope that people, aren't capable of doing something like this, right? But still, it doesn't just, there's no reason to be like, yeah, this is okay for him to do, unless, like we said in the past, it was self-defense.
Yes, of course.
But
But it doesn't seem that way, especially the way that like he, thanked his parents in his speech, and the way that, people,
Describe the
seeing that,
family. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it doesn't seem like there was anything more that was like happening behind the scenes that would like force you to do something like this, or like entice you to do something like this. It's really bizarre.
And you guys would see the video that's going around. It'll give you goosebumps. Just to know what he was about to do in that moment.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of these like videos of like people's last moments, it's always very triggering because you see these moments and you're just like, it sucks that you couldn't be there to like prevent something like this from happening. I don't know. It's very sad.
Manny also stated that because of the classes he took in college, because remember, he was going to school to study medicine, he knew where to stab his mom. He knew the body parts that he needed to hit in order for his mom to bleed out.
That is terrifying.
Elvia's older daughter stated the following, quote, "She was an amazing mom. She was full of life. She was always encouraging. She was our biggest supporter." The community was shocked. No one saw this coming.
Total shock and disbelief and just trying to think why.
All the other teachers that knew her, her family members, and just we want them to know that she's always been thought of. We always talk very fondly, about her over the years. I'm trying to get through this without crying, so yeah.
Had a zest for life, and that's what I remember about her. Her big smile.
Manny is in jail without a bond on a first-degree murder charge, but is still waiting for his court date. Nuestros corazones están con la familia de Elvia y todos los afectados por su muerte. Este fue el trágico asesinato de Elvia Espinoza.
We thank the community so much for coming together and just showing her how much she was loved. I know she's smiling down and just smiling at all the support that we have.
So far, Manny's family, his siblings and dad have not made any comments on Manny.
Okay. So it's all like still on like what is out there is based solely on reports and court documents, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a wild case. I mean,
70 times. 70
yeah.
times, dude. That's.
And then to be like a pre-med student and know, like, understand like where certain like arteries are at and stab her in those specific areas in order to bleed out is just using your own knowledge to purposely murder somebody, and it's haunting.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Again, our hearts go out to the family and anybody that's been affected by this case. I can't even begin to imagine something like that at all. Especially from a loving mother who was only missing her son.
Yeah.
And to be treated in such a horrific way. It's insane. But yeah, our hearts go out to the family, and hopefully, we get updates on this case, because it's very new and it's still very fresh, and I feel like somehow we deserve, not we as a community, but the family deserves answers on why this happened, and maybe ways that we can prevent this from happening to anybody else. But again, our hearts go out to the family, and definitely if you want to continue talking about this case, have any thoughts, any questions, any information regarding this case, our platforms are open. You can DM us, or you can send us comments, or you can have like a discussion within. Sorry.
feisty today.
But again, before I was rudely interrupted by the pugs, you can leave any comments, any suggestions, any information, or anything regarding this case or any of the other cases on our social media platforms. Our Instagram, our TikTok, our Threads, our Twitter or X as it's known now, or our Facebook are all open. You can just type in at SVSM_podcast and we should be the first ones to pop up. On Facebook, you can type in Semanas podcast and we should be the first ones to pop up. Also, we have a YouTube channel, so usually the video portion of this case will be uploaded there. Leave comments, have a conversation with other people. So far, we have 8. Is this going to be 8? 9? Something along those lines. I think it's going to be 8.
I think so. Yeah, it's going to be 8.
Yeah, it's 8, right? Okay. So this is going to be like our 8th episode.
No, it's going to be, sorry, I think it's the 9th.
I think it's the 9th.
Yes, it's the 9th one. Yeah.
Because when I was editing the last one, you said we had 7 episodes, so that was going to be the 8th. This is going to be the 9th. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have 9 episodes up. The engagement on it has been really wonderful. We've had a lot of viewers and a lot of subscribers on there. It truly is very amazing to see those numbers grow and people having conversations in the comments. So if you have any, our platforms are open for that. Again, just type in Semanas podcast and we should probably most likely be the first to pop up. And if you want to listen to the rest of our 110 episodes, you can listen through Spotify podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you stream podcasts. Just type in Semanas podcast and our whole catalog should pop up. Again, we also have little questionnaires on the bottom of all of our Spotify episodes. And you can just, leave your comments there and we'll include them within our episode so other people can join in the conversation as well. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. We really appreciate everything you guys do. I don't know what else. Do I have anything else to say?
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the end of May as of this upcoming week. So June is going to be next week, right?
No,
we still have one more
week of May.
One more week of May. Sorry, one more week of May.
You're just ready to jump to the fall. That's why you're skipping weeks now.
Yes, I'm skipping up to like July because that's when spooky stuff is in stores. So I am ready. But for now, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate every single one of you. And
we love you all.
We love you all, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week. Nos vemos.
Bye.
Adios.
Stay spooky.
Bye.
Bye.